Hey, Lydia.
Look like.
You videoing?
Mm-hmm.
Lydia, look at mommy.
Come over here and show me your new doll.
Come introduce your new little doll friend to mommy.
Stand right there. Who is that?
Kid.
Boy, is it my imagination or does she look just like you?
She looks just like me.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty, huh?
She has professionals
She has professionals,
in her own life to be free.
her own life to be free.
Uh-huh. To imagination herself and confusing. In her daydreams with love to be introduced in her life to fly. Compared herself, she makes up good stories in a lot of traditions in her life that she's seen.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So she's automatic. Look at her flying. She has pixie dust. And that she leaves all over the place when she's flying. Introduce the original natural primal crumble. Her of the original flying kit. Fly, 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 fly. We can fly all day. Fly, fly, fly. To be away from home and not just like it there. It was so much fun. I had many friends. Nikki was my best friend. I loved her so much. She was original. To be outside liking herself and she has crumbs and look at her. She's a jewel.
It might taste better if you take it a little bite at a time and then chew it up. What do you think of that? John.
Sorry, Mom.
Classy.
Classy. Put some of it on your plate. Are you afraid that Dad and I were going to steal it or something?
Lydia, what's the biggest surprise you've ever had?
My birthday.
Your birthday?
This birthday?
Hey, Lydia. How did they dance?
Wait, Lyd, let's see your booty dance.
Turn it on again. One more time. Come here, Harlan. Dance a little bit more. Dance over here. Good one.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I know to do it. do it, Harlan? I can do it. Remember, guys, I need a blanket. Daddy, I need a blanket.
You can go get on your bed and get one.
Let's see your dance again. Harlan.
Just come in here and dance.
You guys are so shy.
Oh my God.
Let's see your dance.
Let me see your dance, buddy. Lydia, you're crazy dancer. You dance with the bear?
Uh-oh.
Booty dance.
Oh man, I didn't do my booty dance. That one.
You alright? Oh, come here, sorry.
Good somersault, Lyd.
Yeah, that was really good. Somebody toot?
Yes. Excuse me.
Did you toot? I
It's
thought
always
so.
her. She's always the culprit.
I
Guys,
do a lot of times.
I toot a lot of times.
Harlan, what are you doing? Good job, Lyd.
You're an angry dancer.
You can always see me.
Here comes the boy.
Careful.
Tell me you got that.
I didn't.
Oh my God.
I put your shoes on.
Let's see how you dance, Harlan.
I'm just gonna put my shoes on. You got daddy's shoes on? Good job, bud. Other one. Wrong foot, bud. Okay, give it a shot. Woo!
My runners.
You've got big shoes to fill, buddy.
That's right. That's the way to put them on. Oh, no. Put that, be careful. Put that back, okay? Thank you.
Oh.
Hi, Roy.
Oh,
Yeah, do my family dance.
so nice and puffy and fluffy.
I didn't do my... Okay.
Such a good dog. Okay, Mommy's really tired.
Mommy's gonna go lay down with you guys for a little bit.
Russell, what is that?
Espanol.
Lydia, how do you say elephant in Spanish?
Elefante.
Turn around, let me see you.
Look at Mommy's backwards. That's it.
Me too. I want to go see the monkeys. Do you want to see the monkeys?
I want to see the monkeys. I want to see the place. This part, Mommy, these are mitts. Can you help me open this?
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Child that went to Spoede school. So one day, someone down there called me.
I know the name and I can't think of it.
Monsanto. I think Monsanto.
Okay.
I think
Do you want to take a
actually
seat?
killed-
You
Okay.
certainly can.
I loved him. And now look out, you've got a play yard out here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had a stroke, so I don't walk so well. Oh,
You're
you have
doing
a wonderful
fine.
house.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful house.
And I heard that you've planted these trees when you had little ones about this size. Can you see those silver pine trees back here?
Yes, we did. We did. Right along. Do you have a tent there now? What do you have there?
There's a little on the playhouse. You mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Nice.
there's a little cover over it.
So you still got 3/4 of an acre.
Yeah.
And the agent called us, I guess I told you.
Yeah, tell the story about that. That's really interesting.
Well then,
What were you doing in New York?
my husband had started a job there in New York. It was Elliot Chubb I was married to then. And we lived on Long Island.
What kind
That
of
was-
what
it
kind of
wasn't-
business was it?
He's an electrical engineer.
Oh wow.
And Charles there is a lawyer.
Okay.
And we're
Better than working
not
for
married,
ladies.
but we're better than married, we say. We're committed.
You're committed.
Yeah, I had the sofas this way, twin sofas.
You had sofas facing this way and this way.
Both this way,
Uh-huh.
from there.
Does the fireplace look the same?
No, it looks different somehow. I think we had all brick there. And, we paid $32,000.
For the house, for the whole house.
But we got it when the agent called and said we could get it without that 4 acres. And we thought we could reach for it. And so my grandma Lee at the time,
What's her name?
her Lee Chubb,
Lee.
she was my mother-in-law. So Charlotte, what's his name? Wilson Chubb II.
Robert
Right.
Wilson Chubb.
R. Wilson Chubb we went to. But what was I going to say? Because when those chairs there, someone came, maybe this isn't too important at all the way from Oregon to meet the children of Wilson Chubb, of Percival Chubb, the first leader of the Ethical Society.
Oh, okay.
So we sat there with him, and that really felt like quite a night
Yeah.
to have someone from Oregon. He really wanted some of our papers from Percival Chubb. And I'm sort of sorry. He wanted to put them in the library in Oregon. But I said yes. And I was sort of disappointed. I still wonder if I know. But they are on file in Oregon if you want to know about Percival Chubb. Some people called him Sir Percival Chubb. They never recognized it. But he came here as leader of the Ethical Society.
Oh, really? This was your husband?
My husband's father.
Your husband's
or
father.
grandfather. I
And the
think.
Ethical Society has their facility right over on Clayton Road, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Where is Ethical now?
What's that?
Yeah, they do have it.
Yeah, they've got it's right on, just west of Brentwood.
Because my former husband, Elliot Chubb, goes to the Ethical there still. And,
Is that just a kind of church? Is it a church?
well, it believes in ethics.
Uh-huh.
So it's really not Christian.
Uh-huh.
But I fell in love with Elliot Chubb, and then I met Percival, had just turned 100,
Oh,
and his eyes were kind of gone. In
Uh-huh.
those days, it just sunken in. But I got to meet him, and my former husband still goes to the ethical. There, it's where it's now.
Well,
And
it's basically, as I understand it, non-denominational. You could be Christian, Jews, or whatever. But they do have some concept. There's a basic relating to people, which is ethical.
right.
That's where it gets its name. But it doesn't. They don't give a darn what your religion is.
And Elliot and I were head of the Young People's Society, ultimately married. But I wrote a play, Snow for Christmas, that they performed at the Ethical. I promised it to your friend, but I know it's right at the top of this attic here. I'll get it for you too.
Okay.
It's for little children, more like 7 or 8, a little bit older maybe. And it's called Snow for Christmas. And they got to kind of Christmas bells and tinkle the tinsel paper. I forgot it's Christmas. And so then they went into this thing I wrote. And I tell you, it's still the biggest thrill of my life. See my play performed by my children, and that people loved it.
Oh, that's so neat. Have you seen it? Has it been performed recently?
No, the leader of the Ethical now, she's a lovely young lady. Charles, now we go to the Episcopal.
Uh-huh.
What's her name? The lady-
Emily?
That lovely gal.
Emily Hobson?
Beverly Hobson?
Emily Hobson.
Emily.
She just got a parish of her own over in Illinois someplace.
No, it wasn't that wonderful Emily.
Cricket?
She was a dark-haired woman,
That was Cricket, yes.
but she graduated from where I lived in Chicago in Evanston.
I can't either deny or
She
support
told
that. I
me
just don't know.
And I said, I told her
Must
I'd
have been
send
a
her
politician
copy.
once upon a time.
But now is her name?
All lawyers are.
Is her name Emily
Attorney.
too?
That's what he is an attorney.
Attorney.
Is her
Better
name
than working
Emily
for a
too?
living, I'll tell you.
So tell me about your children.
Well, my son Andy that was hit by the car is a lawyer in New York.
Uh-huh.
And my daughter, Carrie, well, she does income taxes for people that can't afford,
Oh, that's nice.
and she doesn't have to work, so that's
Uh-huh.
what she does. And she has a house in Arizona now.
Yeah, she sold the one in New Mexico
Uh-huh.
and now lives in Phoenix, Arizona.
But she still has a thing on the hill, on the mountain,
I guess.
for
I
a
don't know.
retreat or
Okay.
something, my daughter.
Were they born
Tell-
in
tell
the
it- tell it.
house, or did you have any children when you moved in here yet, or were they all born while you were living here?
Let me remember, I remember.
I think they're all born, but tell her about Chris. He is one of the most remarkable young men I've ever met in my life. He's
You
retarded,
Things
both
are-
physically and mentally.
Really?
I'm only about 5 feet tall, but I should say he supports himself, he has a job,
for
he is the
20
most
years.
punctual human being I've ever met in my life. You know, if he says 5 o'clock, he's not talking about 2 minutes to 5 or 2 minutes after 5. He means 5 o'clock. And this guy is supporting himself
Yeah,
in spite of his retardations. And it's just remarkable. I can't tell you how much I respect that guy. I just can't tell you.
That's so nice.
but all 3 of my children moved into this house when we bought this house.
Okay.
The agent called, I think I said, they've really reduced the price. The mayor's gonna have to come out. Mayor Byrne.
What's his name?
Byrne, is it
Bernie or Bernie?
Something I-
B-R-N-E it was.
Yeah.
Because I let a petition